improv that out to see how it goes, and you could do the same. Improv how you want to play out. But that's I just want to give you a little insight what they're trying to do.
I was thinking about. I was thinking about trying to see if I can get annoying, but they never noticed me around the corner.
Look, it's the V-Bucks.
Fellow diplomat,
Oh my God, it's
people.
V-Bucks.
I'm
Yes.
so sorry for the long wait because I really need to settle in and explain the whole thing.
You
All right.
needed to explain to the peeps. It's fully understandable.
Yeah. All right. Now just settle in right. However, I'll just let you all stand right here. High P Man is going to be your royal escort as he is one of the guards. He is disciplined, and again, whatever order you tell him, he would do. They're disciplined, and he'll most likely won't speak unless given to. Now, obviously, I am gonna answer it. You know, I'll be like, who the hell are you, and what business do you have here? You know, because again, these people don't give a shit about other nations.
They don't give a shit about other nations. They don't give a shit about titles. They don't care that I'm the holy priest.
Because what has countries done for them? What has countries done for them?
One question though, what's my last name again?
Nightshade, Isaac Nightshade. If you want to put it on your top of your bio thing, that would be appreciated.
Okay, another question. What's my
Same thing with
title?
you, Thantos. You're Duke. You're a Duke.
Understood.
Anything important that I need to like keep in mind when I'm rolling or whatever, if they succeed or not, or some shit. I don't know.
I think it depends on like if people need perception checks or if you feel like you want to add something to it, being like, I don't need to explain it because you know it's all that stuff.
And just let me think to my imagination.
Yeah, if you want to add something, that would be interesting.
Okay.
And what are we doing here?
There's another D20 here.
You're here to get the Shadow Hunters to join the war effort. But again, they are going to be very, very hard to come. You have to have a lot, depending on how the rolls go.
You gotta get lucky with the rolls. I have actual dice, because
Okay.
you know the
What
DM
again?
avatar.
Well, these models have dice
Who?
too.
Question
Hmm?
mark.
Huh?
War against who? Keeping
Well,
my-
Aranor, because the
Aranor.
Holy Lands are at war with Aranor right now.
Understood.
All right. Anyways, once we are settled in and you all get your name plates, did you have a name for your guy yet?
There you go.
Yep. Duke
All
Albarea.
right. Make sure you. All right. Well, that being said, I'm gonna start my stream up, get my music, and we'll our cards are up once I say so. Am I smoothing? Okay.
So just to make sure, why is he with me? Just to make sure, because I need to make sure that.
Because whatever, he's your ally, and it's like you want him to understand what's happening here. Kind of like someone to like a help out kind of scenario.
Because
Ooh,
I'm
Drow
a
is here.
badass.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
why.
I need
Yeah,
an additional badass to additionally increase my badassery.
Again, I would have volunteered to be also one of these guys, but I gotta do other important stuff. All right. With that
Do
being
what you
said,
must.
I'm gonna get my music. Give me one moment.
What was your name?
Duke Albarea.
Perfect
Oh,
timing, Drow. Perfect timing.
You've arrived.
Indeed.
If you want, you could be one of these golden knights if you want.
Hello.
To help them. Because you are I'll say you are a captain. Even though you're wearing the same armor, but you will be captain.
Oh, okay. Free promotion.
And right. All right. He'll be Drow will be your captain. So whatever order you have him, you could tell him. I know they're wearing the same
If I have
armor,
an
but
order. Gotcha. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
If I have an
I'll give
order.
myself an upgrade 1 second.
all right. With that being said, let me try to find a good song.
Duke Albarea of Eldia. To remember that.
There we go. Good old Lawbringer.
I'm sorry, I'm just really trying to find a good song for this.
Take your time. I need to respond to somebody in Discord that is trying to invite me. Like, dude, what the fuck? Leave me alone.
Actually,
Look
I'm
at
just
the
gonna play
status.
holy
Having
music.
a problem right now.
Yeah, a lot of
Discord being a
Discord
bitch.
servers, it looks like they're refreshing or something.
Yeah.
It's like Discord entirely just died.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
gonna do
jumping
my
from server to
religion
server.
music, 'cause
Like, I
this-
think
this
they're like
does
cleaning
involve
something or updating
the
something.
Holy Lands.
Okay.
A stupid fucking ad. That actually is perfect, Drow. That's perfect. All right,
Nice.
perfect. All right. Now, enough fooling around. You arrived at the land of the
Testing.
Shadow
Hello.
Hunters. Yeah,
Yes,
you're
sir.
good. Right. You
There
arrived.
go. That's my boy.
You arrived at the land of the Shadow Hunters. To you, you don't really have any feeling towards these people. But now that you are at war with another nation that could be a very big threat to your realm, perhaps maybe these people can be useful for you, for your war effort. You have to be cautious and wary. They do not like outsiders, nor even give a damn about other nations. And with that, your cards are up.
At your side,
Alright,
sir.
Albarea. Right. Come along.
Of course.
As you look around, you notice no one's here. But then
Welcome.
you turn to your right, and one of them appears. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
That's Duke Albarea for you. And we are here for diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Yes.
And for what business do you have a diplomacy? And who am I even speaking to?
I already told you my name, however.
Remember, Albarea, they do not tend to care about titles. We are of the Holy Land. I am of the Holy Land with my men, and this is the Duke, Vedria. Whether you care or not is not my business or desire to know. I'm here to speak with your leader, or somebody in charge.
Very well. Follow me. But remember, you are spoken to when you're given permission. Lice doesn't take too kindly to visitors. Follow me.
What is the meaning of this interruption, Garrick? Lady Lice is not receiving visitors, and who are these outsiders?
Apparently they're from the Holy Lands, and now they want diplomatic talk. I am well aware of Lady Lice's rule, but they seem desperate, and look, they got 2 armored men. I think it's been important to let them explain themselves before anything.
Very well. But the armed men are to keep their weapons sheathed at all times.
Would that be a problem?
No, I don't believe so.
Arms to the side, men.
Very well.
Understood.
Follow me. Lady Lice. Apparently you have visitors.
I can see.
Step forward to whoever's in charge of this group. Step forward.
Don't be shy, I won't bite much. And what do I have the honors for greeting the church itself?
Well, as you may already have known, or whether you care or not is up to you, there's a war brewing between Aranor and the Church of Lament. I here seek to simply, perhaps gather some men, or a group of mercenaries that is willing to follow me. At least that is what I heard you classify yourself as.
Huh. So is that what you got out of your Iron Throne? Just to talk to me about some silly squabble between you and another kingdom? Is that it? Nothing more, nothing less?
You may see it as a silly squabble. I see it as potentially rooting out problems.
Honestly, I don't give a damn. However, if you really want my, as you say, men, if you really want my brothers and sisters to fight for you in this pettiness that you have yourself in, why should I give 2 fucks? Why should I give you the manpower that you so happens to want?
That seems to be quite simple, actually.
Mm-hmm.
What drives most men and women to do whatever they need to? Some to cut wood, some to smelt ore, some to kill. Other than money, I'm willing to pay you all quite handsomely. Every single one. Of your give or take 200 plus people that is within your land. No!
She's still there. Don't worry about it.
Of your plus 200 men and women. Every
And then
single
what?
one will be paid.
And then what? Just throw us away like the last kingdom and the last. Like you say you care about us, but what have you really done for us? Why should we even help you? Why should we even help them?
That
I
is a
don't
good
know.
question. So far,
That is
all I've
very
been
good.
hearing are nothing but of bad things coming from your side. Are you even winning a war? Are you even fighting a war to begin with? It sounds like you're just doing a purge on another nation.
And from another thing I've heard is that didn't your people lose against a tiny nation when you had the most advance, from what we heard? How do you lose to a nation that you could have easily defeated?
Oh yeah. It
I'm
sounds like
sure it
the
was
history
just a
books are
minor
repeating
setback.
itself, isn't it?
Indeed, Lady Lice.
Ah. Care to explain yourselves?
The brightest fall creates the strongest foundation. I do not expect you to understand, but over these course of years, we've quite literally regained both strength and power. Although the light will be able to shine wherever we need it to be, there will be moments where light will always be dim. And getting an additional set of hands that actually are quite strong when the light is dim. That do the best when nothing but shadows remain. I've been told about your capabilities. And yes, you do make a point.
Yeah.
What am I to do with the people after I've paid them? You make a very valid point. Well, for your continuous services, I can continue to pay you. I could potentially even give you some of the land that we end up obtaining.
And what can you, and how could you, and why should we trust what you say? Maybe you're just saying it just to get our hand and then put us to slaughter in the end.
What
And
benefit
if I
gives me
may
that?
speak forward, Lady Lice, if I may speak forward. Besides, the last time a kingdom has ever offered us land, they kind of draw us back. And they kind of treated us as if we were nothing but more than pawns. Obviously, sure, we were paid well enough. And yes, I will admit, we do have the men and our brothers and sisters. But are you even aware of exactly the kind of work we do? Let me ask you this, Your Holiness. Are you aware of the jobs we do and how we do it?
Not in full, of course. There's always every secret to every organization. Are you expecting me to know your secrets?
You seem to know a lot of this other kingdom, and every other kingdom in the lands. So I wouldn't be surprised if you knew us in fold.
One should not
As you
open
say.
their hands, and the other hasn't.
But there's the thing. I don't do too kindly. Of course, you probably know of our works and what we do. Who knows? You might even have one of your secrets in our midst. I wouldn't blame you. We have our secrets else as well, in the kingdom that you fight as well. But why, of all organizations, the ones that normally deal with raiding during the day, mercenaries that are out there also trying to make ends meet, why you chose us? There could be any other mercenaries groups that would so happen to be aid of your, as you call it, a crusade. Why us? None of us outside of my friend here is human. Last time I checked, you didn't like non-humans.
To understand your enemy and to go against your enemy, you need to understand them to a full. Their needs, their requires. Everything, all down to their sleeping schedules as well. You are correct. Other than your friend. Everyone that I have seen thus far, and from what I know of, is non-human. Does that bring you on the table? That makes a good point. But
No,
what
yes.
brings me? What brings
Yeah, what brings
me
you
to
here?
Skill. What I seek is not some ragtag mercenary group that is simply able to do their little job of killing maybe what seems to be 1, 2, 3 guards at most. What I was seeking was people capable of at least using the talent that they were gifted with from birth and use it to their advantage. Something that I at least know you are at least capable of. And that is what I pay you for.
So what
Although,
I am.
permission to speak, Lady Lice. I do apologize. So what makes you think why not? Maybe why not we could have just talked to Aranor itself? What makes you better than them?
That's a very funny one, actually. You don't like strangers. Even with my presence here, you don't care about the outside. You don't care about anyone, in fact, other than the people that surround you. Your people. It doesn't give me even a bat of an eye to believe that any of you would attempt to reach out to Aranor. Because in that sense, you would be breaking your own desires and creeds.
Sounds like
As
this
your
man has
upper-
done his history.
It
As of
seems
what is
so,
clear to
Lady
me.
Lice.
As of what is clear to me, thus far you've been the most, what do I say, engaging with the outsiders might be your human nature, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm here speaking with your leader. Had you wished to join Aranor, you could have done so in secret. You could have easily joined Aranor and simply joined their side. Who am I to stop you in that progression? I'm here just with an open hand, giving you money for the blood you could spill.
What do you think? Should we take his offer, or should we do like the rest and said fuck off to them?
Depends how much he's willing to offer.
What was it? 200 gold each for every member? Do you even have that much?
The church is never without its funds.
My question is, how did you even come up with that fund? With as much as I know from you, it is hard for a group that is seem to be well within its secrets, hiding in the shadows like the rest of us. How did you end up with your funds? You got to have some big secrets behind those
My
shadows
lord,
of yours.
they disrespect us with all of these questions. They either accept the deal or they do not.
Silence you! No one's
Hold your
talking to you.
tongue lest you lose it.
Everyone.
Hmm.
They're still
You
guests.
The gall.
My apologies, Lady Lice.
Apologies, sir.
Apologies, my lady.
You ask how I ascertained such funds. Quite simply, actually. Here I have the Duke. His lands are quite filled with riches, and over the course of years we have been able to very easily ascertain new amounts of gold and processes. You say that over the course of these years we have been destroyed. Our foundation is ever quite more strong, and so is the capabilities of payment. If I was not certain of being able to pay you, I would not be here.
I'm sorry. But I just want to get on to the fact. The Duke himself is here. I never noticed that you were the Duke.
I apologize for failing to introduce myself.
The Duke of Eldria. I am very familiar with it.
Well, this is definitely not going now how history is going. You two used to fight, if I remember correctly.
Old history. It is better to make allies, and strong allies, than fight. At least that's what I believe.
You do not disappoint, I see. You do not disappoint. And to make allies with your former enemy, it seems things are going up in your favor. I'm surprised that you haven't become allies with your other enemy that you are currently fighting against for the second time.
Who knows? Maybe they will be allies soon. As soon as they lose the war.
So, to sum up this meeting very surely, you came all the way with your now found alliance with the other kingdom to talk to me about being able to join your side because you want my brothers and sisters to fight for you. You offer gold and land. And with that, after your silly squabbles, you want to keep paying us. Am I missing anything here? Or am I throwing out
Keep paying
some
you
pieces
for
of
your
the-
services. Keep paying you for your services, yes. If you can deem yourself to be capable, why should I set you aside? Unless you question your own abilities.
Advisor, thoughts?
You didn't you? Well, I'm sorry. My apologies.
I was about to say.
I was gonna mention one thing though, or ask you one thing. Didn't you mention some sort of payment of land? Or offered us?
This
That
was
they
an
did.
offer, yes.
That is something we might need to discuss once this meeting is over, my lady.
A lot of this is what we might need to discuss.
Understood. Now, if you wish to speak, Royal Advisor, I do apologize.
I was going to say, for such a kingdom of such wealth, you must truly be desperate if you're begging us for aid.
Begging is quite an interesting way of saying it, because I can very easily, just as I'm able to walk off here, I'm able to turn myself around and leave. This is an offer.
Indeed. A golden opportunity.
One I suggest we should consider.
If you're here with your offer, you do bring up some good points. If you are willing to keep your end of the deal, I'll accept. Only on one notation. My men lead your soldiers. Only
during the night.
Only during the night.
Seems he has read his books about us as well, my lady, and he knows our strategy.
He knows that we're good at reading.
Within the sights of daylight, I do not request you to be on the front lines together with my men. At the moment the shadows take over of every corner of Aranor, I am to expect from them to listen to your instructions.
I can see a compromise his situation. So yes, I agree. I do like to see how this plays out. See who wins this time.
We will see. And I bid you now adieu.
Till next time.
Oh, and one more thing. Oh, kind church. If you so happens to run in with anything magical, stay clear of it. The school is always watching.
Take care.
Close ranks.
Try to escort them out.
All right then.
This went better than expected.
A lot better.
Apologies for my outburst, Lord. I could not tolerate their insults much longer.
Hold your tongue.
And when you're actually over here, that's when he'll say,
for you to be able to hold yourself this long against such filthy creatures, I can only understand slightly that you would not be able to hold it. Other than that, you do not know how fucking happy I am right now, because they just agreed to the most dumbest deal possible. 200 gold per person? They could have easily racked up to 1,000 per person, and then to add on to that,
Gotta work on that negotiation skills.
I do have land in Aranor. Because some dude inside of Aranor came up to me the first time I went over there and literally just gave me a pamphlet with the house that is now mine. He gave it to me and I said, yeah, you guys can have some land. Yeah, I give you the house.
Didn't specify how much.
Exactly.
I mean, legally they would have a foothold in that territory.
Great trick as always, Your Holiness.
Well, I mean, technically, I feel like if you're a lord of a land, you could potentially revoke that right, but they would have to know it's sold in the first place.
Yeah, the thing is that okay, so the king of Aranor does not know that one person there sold me their home. If you sell a home in medieval-ish times, you also sell land with it. So yes, I have land within Aranor. So I took this as an opportunity. And I thought, you know what? I have some land for you that I can give you. So as soon as they win, I'm just gonna look at it. Oh yeah, of course. I'll lead you right to it. Points at the house.
Well, I mean, technically, assuming they are who they say they are and they do a very good job, they could potentially be valuable allies. Or a potential thorn in your side. You'll have to see how it goes, right?
I am literally planning on playing it this safe route because I said during the night they will listen to you, but during the day that is an immediate shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. So
day.
While daytime this guy has full authority, and nighttime, yeah, they can do whatever the fuck.
Exactly. So in that situation, I can base it off of how they've been acting. If yes, they have 200 members. If these 200 members end up dying very easily.
Yep, just less night missions.
Yep. And if they have less night missions, that means less pay. Less pay equals less men.
They still
less
have to.
Men.
Plus, they're still technically being deployed. If they're part of the arrangement, but they're just not in charge.
Alright. Everybody, if you have a spectating-based avatar, please switch into it, and let's then go back over there.
I am gonna go now, because I'm getting EP.
Alright, you take care, bud.
It was nice meeting you guys.
Have fun, good night.
Good night.
Alright.
Happens to run away from these raids of theirs. It'll be funny if we run into their walls as allies.
Perhaps we can gain favor from both empires.
Yes. I'll
As
get in
you
contact
sit
with
here,
my friend.
as you sit here, everything that Isaac said sounded very, very interesting. You don't trust it, of course. I mean, why? Again, like you said yourself, why should you give a shit about another nation a nation that you have no partnership with, a nation that destroyed itself so long ago? I mean, for all you know, you have the power to maybe double-cross them, maybe you might even talk to the king of Aranor himself. Who knows? But you know you gotta play your cards right if you wanna succeed in this.
Might I suggest something? Perhaps if we can drag this out long enough to wear down both empires, perhaps we can get a little bit more than just land and money. Maybe we need to expand out.
Are the men ready?
all of them, all of our brothers and sisters are at the ready. Lady Lights. They're waiting on your command to whenever you're ready.
Okay. If we are going to be in their war, we need to keep an eye on the biggest threat.
Which is what, if I may ask, Lady Lice?
We need a group of non-magic affiliated people to affiliate a school.
Affiliate a school? Lady Lice? Pardon if I must ask, but you don't mean the Mage's College? Is if that's what you're implying.
And it seems their semesters are opening up for new students.
I see. Very well then. What are your orders? I shall carry them as soon as possible.
I would like a group of 6 to pretend to be students. Keep an eye out.
Understood. I'll select the 6 individuals that will be assigned to this task. And is there anything else you want me to tell them?
If they are caught, run. If they can't run, use the last resort.
I made sure that every one of them.
Yes.
Having spies sent to both empires, Erenor and Lament. Just keep an eye on things. Make sure we aren't backstabbed.
Aye.
But what does Erenor have to do? I thought we were only doing business of course, from your orders, Lady Lice, with the Holy Lands.
Oh,
Also,
trust me. They are going to backstab us if they have the chance. And they most likely gonna find that chance. Like they all do. If we... Like they said, if they don't care if we partner up with the Kingdom of Erenor. They don't. It's just an open hand. They don't care if we have our secrets. Which they seems to know a lot, apparently. We can learn about them and the kingdom as well. The kingdoms have shadows. Why not the church? The church must have some shadows. Some dark secrets, some skeletons hiding. Something that they don't want people to know about within their ranks.
You do speak true, Lady Lice. Very well then. As I said before, I shall gather the 6 individuals of our brothers and sisters to be assigned to this task. How many spies do you want to be sent to Erenor, if I may ask?
Sent 2 as backup for 1 that is already there.
Very well then. I shall get that right away. I shall take my leave as once.
Aye.
Oh, and Royal Advisor, if I may ask.
Yeah.
If you could, I would like to talk to you one-on-one whenever you get the chance. I got some other important things that might be discussed. Unless you wanted me to say it now, Lady Lice, which I'll happily do.
Go for it.
While I was digging for some more information, it seems there is another country that might be useful that one doesn't really give. They may be trading partners, but they are no ally or some sort with Aranor. Are you aware with the Republic of Othal?
Yes.
I am not.
While I was doing my some research, as you know, I like to read about the history of other kingdoms. I've learned that the Republic of Othal was once part of the Kingdom of Aranor. It was ruled under King Albric. Well, technically released by him, but they were once part of it. Of course, during the war that cost many, many lives, to the point, well, like I said, King Albric gave them their freedom and let them choose their own path. Of course, whether or not that is a good move or not is questionable. Othal now presents only nothing but a trading partner with them, but they seek no alliance with them, as the people there seem to hate Aranor. Perhaps maybe this is something to be used as well as an advantage, but of course with your orders.
Now this is most interesting. I would send a small group, possibly 5 at least, to them. Not as spies, but as an envoy to see what's their thoughts on this whole entire thing. Before we do, what were they? Were they slaves in this kingdom? I'm guessing.
To be fair, from what I've gathered and from what I've researched, they were basically people who were, you could kind of say, were forced to fight a war that they did not wish to be part of. But of course, this was during now the current king's great-great-grandfather, during his time. It only took a very long time until King Albric, the king that, from what I've heard, passed away, apparently from illness, gave them their freedom. The relation is steady, but the people don't seem to be too pleased about it. It's also a mix of drow, human, elves, some sort of like that.
So the history is in fact repeating itself, but on a weird twist. We got a group that want to kill off what they considered evil, working with a group that they used to fight with, fighting a kingdom that used to be elven driven, that has now opened its borders to whoever wishes to live there. And they the first ones that comes to a group of mercenaries offering us land. Do you not see a pattern here?
I think I somewhat do, but I'm not 100% sure, Lady Lias. Explain.
We are a group mixed with humans, elves, dwarves, drow, anything that can hold up a sword and fight. We know how to deal in raids, both at night, and I have a group that can deal with raids in the day. We are a bunch of mercenaries and hunters. What the kingdom used to describe was at one point, a group of hunters and mercenaries.
That actually does start to make things more clearer. And now I understand what you're saying, Lady Lice.
Yeah, I see where my stance on this history book.
It would seem that the cards need to be chosen wisely and precisely. And I'm pretty sure we all, especially you, understand that one wrong move can be the end of all of us. So, again, if I may give you a suggestion, if I may.
Speak.
Why not see how the people feel? Get to maybe possibility have like a, I wouldn't say alliance, just more like volunteer to help them. Because if Othal was once part of a nation, and I guess you could kind of say proper term, slaves of Aerenor, even though Aerenor doesn't see it as that way, see how what do they really want? And maybe, who knows, they could be used to our advantage at this point, where we can actually have a small nation that we control. That is your decision, and what is, if I may, what is your opinion, Royal Advisor?
It is not a bad idea. One that could be exploited.
You know, scratch the whole sending to send for, I'll be going with them to talk to this king.
You want very well then. I shall get everything ready at once for it.
If I may, I wish to come with.
You can. I would like to know what this king and his ideals are. Most likely they're going to want this war done and dealt with. Make sure your stuff is ready. We don't know what type of things that they might pull at this kingdom.
Of course.
And with that, cards are down. Cards down. Ooh. Good job, everyone.
History! Would say something rude. So
Alright, everyone respawn. Respawn. Alright. Good,
So that way I
good
could
job,
just-
everyone.
Hold your tongue.
Look, Wolf. They were
Hoping
flaming my
someone would do
bosses,
that.
okay? I heard like 20 insults before I spoke up. I was like, are you gonna hear him out or are you just gonna keep talking shit?
Oh, we're gonna
but
keep
no.
talking shit because fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's reasonable.
No, that was great. That was great. I actually enjoyed that. I just love the
You
attention of
talking
the
shit
atmosphere.
about my lord? Okay, let's throw it out.
No, if you were talking shit to our lady, you're in our place, bitch. You're in our house.
True.
Monkey.
But yeah. Anyways, thank you all for so much. That was very good. Good job, Hubai, for that. I really appreciate you. You really do fit the role very well. Good job. I know you blue screened, and I'm sorry that happened to you, Shakura. Sorry that happened to you.